Welcome to the porn debate between Ron Jeremy, who you may know, and Craig Gross. Today what we're going to do is basically address the issues surrounding pornography and the potential harm or not associated with that. We've brought two people from opposite sides of the spectrum to address that and to talk about how porn affects our culture and what parents can do to manage the impact that has on their children. Today, as introduction, we'll have with us Ron Jeremy, who has been ranked as America's #1 porn star by the Adult Video Network, and he's appeared in over 2,000 adult films, such as The Boondoggles, Saints, and others. Ron, in addition to movie and TV appearances, has traveled the country doing some debates like this, talking about the pros and cons. He also has a master's, 2 BA degrees, and a New York Times best-selling autobiography that's available in stores. In addition, we have Craig Gross, who's the author of 6 books. He's the founder of XXXchurch.com, which is a web-based organization that has helped hundreds of thousands of people with their addiction to pornography. So today we will, in terms of format, ask a series of questions to both of them, let each of them have a chance to answer them, and then go through there. So if we get Ron and Craig to come on and join us, and we welcome them. Now, if you need help, this is Ron. That's correct.
So I'll sit by you, Ron, since I thought Forrest was going to sit by
I
us.
will get more godly, thank you.
So as I said, we'll ask a series of questions, and let one of them answer first, and the other one can respond after that. So to kick it off, we want to first ask the question, is pornography good or bad for adults? And does it help or harm marriages? Ron, you want to kick us off?
Certainly. Well, is porn good or bad for adults? It's entertainment. So you're saying, is it good for or bad for? I think it could be perfectly fine. That's what you choose to watch. I know a lot of couples see porn together. I believe in communication. Husband should not watch porn without his wife knowing about it. She shouldn't catch him watching it. That leads to all kinds of problems. But look, our husbands also often are addicted to football, or the world of sports. We're from the world of spurts. But these guys watch football, and the wives go nuts over it. I had a joke, and I apologize. And the wives get pissed off at that sometimes. I mean, you have to communicate and get along. You know, and there are many couples who do see porn together, and they get enticed watching it. And again, there are some sex therapists that find it perfectly okay. If you're in practicing monogamy with one person special in your life, you know, wardrobe, role-playing, abstaining, exotic locations, toys, porn films. It can be kind of a marital aid. I think even Adam and Eve has a series where Nina Hartley gives advice to couples with different positions for husbands and wives to try out. So again, I think it can be perfectly fine for people to watch porn. And it can get addictive, yes. But then again, so can alcohol. Nobody goes after Seagram 7, you know. So the fact is, you know, a few people don't often do porno properly. Some people don't watch it properly. They get too addictive or whatever other problems come from it, or they lie to their wife. And this is wrong, because porn can be watched recreationally. Quick ending, I look at porn as something no more than this. You want to laugh, you watch Monty Python. You want to cry, you watch Terms of Endearment or Wuthering Heights. You want to get scared, watch Alfred Hitchcock or Brian De Palma. Want to get want to get nauseous, watch Cloverfield. Want to watch something a little sexually excited, you can watch either a late-night HBO movie with cheerleaders, flight attendants, and nurses, or watch a porn. It's part of the wide world of entertainment, nothing more, nothing less.
And what I'd say to that, I've heard actually Ron been quoted by saying porn, it's like junk food, you know? And so I think it's a cheap substitute, obviously, for sex. I think it's fantasy, it's not reality. And so the problem today, especially with porn, is people are watching this and they're expecting that this is what sex is like. And then when sex doesn't match up to that, ABC News actually did a study and they said what people are finding is it doesn't ever match up to those expectations. And so what's happening is people are not only going to more porn, but their relationship with a real person, instead of this fantasy world that they've created over here, suffers. For children, obviously, if we talk about that, porn has become their sex ed. And so it's a huge thing, because obviously this isn't reality. It's not what real sex is like, and so I think it's a false expectation. Overall, we've been at the porn show, both of us. We have a booth talking to people about this. Ron has autograph study signs on any part of your body, but we've just been seeing so many people are coming there, couples together, smiling, and I don't see by these titles that you've kind of seen in the adult world that these are bringing anyone closer together. He said, husbands shouldn't watch this without their wife knowing this, or without their spouse. Well, 76% of people watch porn all by themselves. No one knows about this. They're not filling in their spouse or their girlfriend, their mom and dad on what they are viewing. And so I think it's very destructive, because a big part of that is the secret nature of this, that no one knows about this, and what you're doing now is also very progressive. The porn industry, it's a very progressive thing, where he's talking about cheerleaders and flight attendants. Yeah, that's very softcore. You walk over to AVN show, you'll see that the game has changed. There's not a lot of flight attendants and cheerleader videos over there. It's very hardcore in nature these days.
Okay.
When you sit alone, you mean like masturbating. A lot of people watch porn, not necessarily with a couple, they often watch it alone to masturbate. And again, I don't find a problem with that either. I used to masturbate to Gilligan's Island. That's how it was.
So second, we're here as part of CES in the technology industry. How has the internet changed the business of pornography?
Let me start there, because Ron uses a fax machine. I'm not kidding. If you want to get a hold of Ron, don't email him, because what is that? Send me a fax.
I'm a technical kind of guy.
Yeah, look at this phone.
I got a dinosaur phone.
Yeah, so
I'm old school.
To hear him talk about the internet, I actually want to hear about that, because you go to yahoo.com and search for my name, and so
stick to the topic.
Work on that answer. The internet has hugely changed the game of pornography. I mean, last count, 400 million pornographic web pages. Porn used to be the most popular thing to do online. Now social networking is. So porn's taken, I think, the third or the fourth. But this is a huge thing where obviously click 18 if you're over 18. Click here. A lot of the sites don't even have that. I'm 34, so I grew up having to be 4'6" in 6th grade, not tall enough to reach the porn at the liquor store. My parents didn't have the Spice Channel or anything, so I barely saw porn. Nowadays, and the reason why I got into what I'm doing is because I was a pastor to youth, and all these kids are coming up to me saying, all I did was misspell something and found a porn site. What the internet has done, it's changed the game completely. What we had to work really hard to find, if you're my age or older, now you have to work really hard to avoid because of the internet.
It's funny, I can jump ahead for a second here. He really should, in a way, almost thank the internet, because it's putting the business he dislikes out of business. The internet is absolutely killing the adult industry. AVN has suffered a lot from it. The recording artists have suffered. Mostly big, major, rock stars and rap stars of today make most of their money on concerts, not even on record sales, because kids could download it for free. When you get stuff for free, then obviously you have to buy it. Playboy's is having serious financial troubles. So the internet actually is killing right now the adult industry. But as far as what he's saying about the proliferation of porn on the internet is, again, porn went where it can go. I mean, it's always been the leader in technology. Your first pre-recorded tapes were X-rated. I believe those were the first CD-ROMs, interactive computer work, internet, CD-ROMs, all were adult first. So it's always been like in the forefront of technology. As far as the proliferation of porn, it goes where it can go. You can't see porn advertised or shown on any major network. You can't see even some of the cable stations, the satellite won't show even nudity. You can't see porn at Blockbuster. You can't see porn in will be advertised in almost any major newspaper or magazine in America. So porn had to go where it could go, and the internet, of course, was a place where it went in a big way. So you can't fault it for being a business wanting to make money, But again, there's so many ways parents can block their kids from seeing this stuff, and often they keep blaming porn on just a serious case of bad parenting. Now, I'm not saying that the kids can go to their friend's house and access stuff, but there's internetsafety.com. I think the company that you work with has Safe Eyes, and there's so many other. I've seen lists and lists of these different software companies that give you all kinds of protection. I've been in hotels where it even filters out a flesh color on something you're looking at. I can't even see that anything that's R-rated. So you can protect your family and your child's computer pretty heavily. You also can see what your child is watching. So again, I don't see why this remains such a very big problem. Parents just watch their kids.